Hi everyone. Today we present you with our weekly insight on Geometry Toolbar. In this we'll cover the beam panel section. So let me just introduce ourselves. Capricorn Technologies is a Win0 company having a legacy of over 3 decades, has now become a partner of choice for the AC industry. Capricorn Technologies is one of the biggest platinum partners of Autodesk and Bentley, along with Authorized Training Center. Today, with over 10 offices across India and 300 plus inspired team members, we are serving over 20,000 customers in the building, infrastructure, manufacturing, along with a large number of other industries. So, in today's insight, we will learn some of these key features. Like I'll be covering the beam section today, as I've already covered the structure and node part in my previous videos. So in today's insight, we'll be learning like how we can create a beam, like how we can connect two nodes, how we can connect the beam at a midpoint or at a perpendicular intersection. Secondly, how we can create a node if there is a beam that we need to stretch to any of the points, how we can do that, how we can connect the beams using a connect beam command, either in X, Y, or Z direction. Also, how we can renumber the commands, renumbering of the beams. All those things will be covered in the insight. So just allow me a moment to share my screen. So I have created a new project, and today we'll be covering beam sections in the geometry ribbon toolbar. As you can see, structures, nodes I have already covered in my previous videos. So do check out my previous videos on our YouTube channel, Capricorn Technologies. So in today's session, we'll be covering the beam section. First, we'll be seeing add beams, and in inside beams, in add beams, there are two options. But before that, I'll be creating a node. Like I've used 000 to create a origin. By selecting the node cursor, I'll be using transitional repeat, and I'll be copying these nodes in X direction. I'll just create the geometries like without linking those nodes. I've just selected all the nodes, and now I'm creating the nodes in the Z direction. I'm keeping the default spacing as 5 meters. Okay, so now after creating the nodes, first let me just remove this node to node distances. Yeah, so now what I'll do is what we can do, either we can create a beam by just clicking on add beam if we want to connect one node to another node. So I'll just click on the add beam, and then I'll just from my mouse I'll click on my first node. I'll drag the mouse to the second node. Likewise, these beams can be created. If we want to create a beam like this, we can simply click on add beam. But in the long structure or in the huge structures, this is not possible to create like beams like this. But before that, we'll be seeing midpoints. But for that, I have to create another beam to show you. So I'm just connecting all these nodes together using add beam option. Now I'll be using midpoint. So midpoint means wherever you want to create a secondary beam, if it is on the midpoints, then simply click on add beam. From there, select the midpoint option. Click on the member from where you want to create the mid beam. Suppose I want to create a mid beam at this member. So what I'll do is I'll simply click on this beam, drag my mouse to the another beam. As you have noticed, my beam has been created. Now I'll just go to node distance, and I'll show you. See, this is 5 meters and my beam has been created exactly at 2.5 meters of distance. So this is how you can use the midpoint option. But for the intersecting points, like if you want to create a beam at an intersecting perpendicular intersection, for that you'll be needing a reference node. See, I have just clicked on the node. It has been said please select a node first. So for perpendicular intersection from any of the member, we need to create a book node. So I'll be using insert node option. I'll just click on the insert node, and member, a box like this will appear. Here you can enter the n number of points, like if you want to divide a member at n points. I'll just create a node at midpoints. I'll click on at midpoint and I'll click on OK. The point has been created, and now I'll use this reference point to create a perpendicular beam to another member. this is how you can use the perpendicular beam option in the beam section. I hope this is clear. Now moving on with the connecting beams command. This is a very useful command. As you can see, as of now, all three directions are not visible to us because I have not selected any node. So what I'll do is first I'll select all the nodes. I've selected the nodes. I'll just select all nodes. Yeah. Now I'll go to connect beam option. First I'll connect it in X direction. I'll click on X direction. My new members has been created. Now I'll click the Z direction. So this is how we can connect the nodes together by using the connecting beam tool command. And this command is very useful. Okay, so now I'll just delete this. Yeah. Okay. Now is our intersecting beam command. So what is this beam command? As of now, you can notice there is no intersecting beams. Suppose I'll just create a beam from this point to this point. Now, as you can notice, these two beams are intersecting, but no node has been created. Like it is not separated by a node like it should be. So I'll just click on this intersecting, highlight intersecting beams. This has been highlighted. Now I'll say intersect selected beams. It will intersect this beam exactly at the intersecting point. So this is how you can intersect your beams. Now we'll see another, which is merge selected beams. So if you want to delete a node or you want to join the two members together without splitting them, you can just simply select the members, click on merge selected beams, click on merge. And now your beam has been merged. As you can notice, it is not divided into two parts. Now we'll see renumbering of beams. So before that, what I'll do is I'll just select all the members just to see what is the last number of the beam, which is 38. This is just a small structure, not even a structure panel. So I'll just click on renumbering of beam. I'll click on yes. And I'll say starting number, I'll give it as nth point, nth number you can give. Like if your structure is too long, just give the nth number to empty those numbers. Actually, this is the process to empty those numbers. This is the first step. First, we'll empty these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just give, yeah. Now what we'll do is second step, again we'll select all the members. We'll go to renumbering of beams. And we will again give a starting number. So what I'll do is, again, I'll go to renumbering of beams. Now I'll say starting number as 1 because we have already emptied all those numbers. Now in the criteria, like I want to give my numbering in first in X direction, then in Z direction, and then I want to go to vertical. So I'll first select Y, then Z, and then X. In this, it is in the ascending order. So this means first it will give the numbers in X, then in Z, and then in Y, bottom to top. So this is how I have selected this. I'll click on accept and click on OK. So I'll just turn on the beam numbers. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First it is given in X, then in Z, and then it will go vertically up. I hope this is clear to you all. I hope you guys had an insightful session. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel for all updates. We would be delighted to hear from you. Do reach out to us for any suggestions, query or topic you would like to discuss. See you next week. Thank you and take care.